Hello, this is PrashanthThakkar here from IIM Tiruchi Chennai campus, PG PBM batch of 2024 to 2026. Today I'm going to talk about the economic impact of the US tariffs on India. India and US, two of the world's largest democracies, have shared a dynamic relationship, but in the recent years, tensions have emerged, particularly around tariffs. US imposed tariffs and the withdrawal of trade benefits have directly impacted the India's export, hurting key industries and jobs. In this video, we will explore what the causes of the trade barriers, how they affected the Indian economy, and what it can be done to move forward. A tariff is a tax that a country places on imported goods, often to protect domestic industries or to respond to trade disputes. In 2018, under Trump's administration, the US imposed a global tariff of 25% on steel and 10% on aluminium. India was not spared, but then in June 2019, the US revoked India's access to Generalized System of Preferences or GSP, a trade program that allowed duty-free exports for nearly 2,000 Indian products worth about $5.6 billion annually. The US cited lack of market access and concerns over India's price controls on medicine devices. India retained by placing tariffs on 28 US products including almonds, apples and walnuts. The tariff had immediate and widening effect on the Indian economy. Sectors affected included agriculture, textile and jewelry, and pharmaceuticals. According to the Ministry of Commerce, India's exports to the US fell by over $800 million in the year following the GSP removal. The hardest hit is the small and medium enterprises or MSMEs, which depended heavily on export markets. Job losses, wage cuts, and decreased production followed. The tariff war didn't just impact trade, it shook investors' confidence in disrupted supply chains. For decades, the US and India have worked to strengthen the trade ties. In fact, India was the largest beneficiary of the GSP program since 1975. But tensions started rising in the mid-2010s over the data localization, price caps of American and medical devices, and e-commerce regulations. While the Biden administration has taken over a softer tone, GSP benefits have not been restored and many trade irritations still remains. To go further and to take measures, a short-term measure could be to provide export subsidies and tax rebates for industries hit harder by tariffs, or to promote alternative export destinations like Europe and Southeast Asia. A medium-term solution could be to negotiate trade deals with US that ensures better market access or encourage MSMEs to adapt to global standards and improve the product quality. A long-term strategy could be to strengthen domestic manufacturing under programs like Make in India, or to push for inclusion's US-led trade frameworks such as Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. A given timeline, a rough timeline, could be relief of incentives could be year 1, trade and negotiations could be year 2 and 3, industrial growth and global trade positioning could be year 4 and 5. But there are real challenges ahead. US domestic politics. Point number 2 could be bureaucratic delays and trade policies in India. Point number 3 could be rising global uncertainty and competition from other exporters like Vietnam and Bangladesh. Still, the way forward is clear. India must negotiate smartly, invest in value-added exports and support its MSMEs to be globally competitive. Because in the globalized world, tariffs may come and go, but a resilient economy must always be ready. Thank you.